else. Why is it doing that? What is going on? Okay. So, yeah, I just got knocked off and now I'm back on. If you want to know how this reading is going, I would really go and look at the part 1. It doesn't say part 1. It says, I finally made it. And then it says 2026, buckle up, okay? Which is literally, Ross, literally my previous live to this. It's just I got kicked off, okay? So, okay, so let's finish where we left off for here, Taurus. Okay, so finding some balance in a certain situation where you feel as if, well, no, you are limited to what you can do in a certain situation, and this has you very wounded. Hey, technical difficulties, they kicked me off. Then after that, we have fate and multitasking, as I was saying. Ross, I'm not telling you again. No, I'm literally not. Baby, please. No, we need to respect each other. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, so we have fate and multitasking, which is really talking about prioritizing. Like you should find yourself possibly within this situation of feeling very, very limited to the things that you're able to access or do in some area in your life, which the tarot will tell me more. We have fate and multitasking, which is having to make a very important decision, or yes, having to make a very important decision when it comes to how we're going to face the adversities that are present in our life, which is ultimately going to lead you to some big opportunity, like huge opportunity. It could be an event. It could just be, it could possibly be major recognition. But most importantly, this is ultimately saying that you are putting yourself in alignment and prioritizing by facing your adversities head on. Because I'm feeling as if there's been some sort of imbalance. You have not been able to find peace within this situation. And because of that, because of this shift that's happened, you are in alignment. There may be some lingering feelings like, well, maybe, I don't know. Don't do that. You've got it, okay? Because what you're aligning yourself with is putting your problems at the top, number 1. And that is how you maintain that harmony and balance, okay? Let's see what else. What else do we have for Taurus? Tell me more. Rider, movement, tell me more for Taurus. Let me just get all the cards out. Taurus. Okay, we have Rider and activation. 2 two very important cards. Rider is movement. It is making a quick decision, okay? Which is what the first four cards was pretty much talking about. You having to come to a decisive moment where you have to realize, or you have realized that, hey, if I don't put my problems number one, then I'm only going to continue to stay in a state of imbalance and not at peace. But you are headed right in the right direction, like I said. And if you guys are just coming in, I did get kicked off. This is one big reading, but if you want to start back at the beginning, part one, well, it's not called part one, it's called I Finally Made It 2026 Buckle Up. So yeah, okay, so we have rider and activation. Activation is talking about having a sense of direction and knowing it, knowing your choices and being very firm in your decision. So yeah, I see you going after something or having to make a very possibly split-second choice, or yeah, towards a certain direction. Let's see. And then we have key and introspection. So key is inner calling, and introspection is inner knowing. So the key is inner calling, which would be clarity and intention. And introspection is what happens when we go into hermit mode, okay? Where we start to reflect on these things, on our adversities within others and ourselves. And that's where all the magic happens, okay? Where we start to come to terms with reality, things start to click, we have the aha moment, you know, really, really falling in alignment with the fate card. So key, I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself, I do that. You know what it is and what it takes. You're extremely, extremely smart and extremely tapped in as well, with inner calling and inner knowing coming here. And you finally have made a choice or some sort of decision. And now what's making this, and when I go to the tarot, I will not be surprised if the magician shows up to say, hey, you've manifested this. Because your intention is showing up here very clearly and very I want to say mindful. Like you've put in a lot of thought about this. And I think that's why, you know, the wound showed up about you being limited to a certain situation. And finally finding a balance with that, and what that balance entails. And it shows right here, which you already know what it entails. It entails prioritizing your adversities, putting your problems at number one, so you can finally make that decision that's causing this ripple effect. Because the ripple effect, I mean, I've got four cards, and two, they're both talking of the same thing. They're talking about you having to make a choice, once again, at second row, and be very, and you're moving towards that choice. And why? Because your intention and how clear that intention is, and how and how strategic you have been to make this almost bring in peace in a sense. So let's pull out the tarot for Taurus and see how that aligns. Okay. No, almost, yeah. All right, let's see what's going on with Taurus. What's going on? I see the Eight of Pentacles, which is about work, learning a skill. I saw the Ace of Swords. So you're receiving some clarity about a decision you might have to make. Okay. Spirit, what is it that Taurus needs to know at this time? What, can you please reiterate, or can you please clarify the energy that you provided us in the oracle? Okay. What's going on with Taurus? Okay, so we have the four. Let me get the cards out. I said that the card in the oracle card, this card, introspection. And look what comes out. I said that that was telling me, that felt like the Hermit card. Oops. Okay, it looks like you have had to have a lot of patience yourself in with the Strength card. I mean, I say patience because I see Temperance, and then we have the World. When it comes to either completing something or achieving something, yeah, you had to have a lot of courage to start directing this energy into more of like having control over a situation that may have been having you really stressed out, just problem after problem. But with the Four of Swords here, okay, it seems like you have not been able, okay, so maybe you have not been able to rest due to this this situation that you kind of feel like you're bound to and stuck. It's definitely something that hurts because it said wound. But then we have the Chariot and the High Priestess. So as you know, we have the High Priestess, and here's the key, which came out earlier. That is clarity. That's inner knowing. That is you knowing what path it is that you have to take. So here's that mindful strategicness that's coming into play. And with the Chariot compared with together with the High Priestess, it's like you know which direction you're going in, and I feel like as if you're making progress. It's just been it's been a difficult situation. What possibly, okay, and as I was showing you it, introspection came out for your oracles, and here's the Hermit. So there was something that you had to pull yourself back from, possibly a collaboration or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It looks like you had to pull yourself back from this person or situation so that you can finally be in alignment. Fate came out. It says alignment, okay? So you can be, and the star can represent alignment, okay? Like being spiritually aligned to a certain path, person. And it looks like the Lovers. We have Gemini energy here. So with the World here at the bottom, Taurus, I don't know if you're trying to close a cycle out or if you're trying to keep one afloat. With the Star card coming out, because the Star card is telling me that you still have hope for possibly this connection, or maybe this could be within yourself. This could definitely be the dynamic for yourself. It's going to be about 15 minutes. 15. So, yeah, that's what I see. Let me get some advice for Taurus at this time. What's the advice for Taurus? We have the Seven of Wands. And the Ten of Swords. So going back to that multitasking, that card that came out for you, where you are starting to prioritize your pains, your adversities, the conflicts, and the betrayal that has happened in your life. The suffering that you have had to endure. I mean, the advice here is Seven of Wands and Ten of Swords. To continue to persevere through this betrayal. And one way you can do that, like a practice you can do, is literally, when it comes to protecting yourself, okay? And I'm not talking about with any tools or anything. Just your clear intent to remove and block any negative energy sent your way. I feel like we can get very creative with that, okay? And there is a visual meditation technique you can do that every time you feel like you've been stabbed in the back, by reclaiming that power, you can just close your mind, your eyes, and envision yourself pulling that sword out of your back and just throwing it back, or just throwing it to the ground, or throwing it up, or wherever, whatever feels right for you, but that's just one thing. But your advice is definitely to continue persevering through this pain, okay? And I feel like you are, because you have hope for this connection, or you have hope in yourself. You have faith in yourself. So in more than one situation or whatever, many situations, that is a very good place to be in whenever you find yourself spiritually aligned. All right, Taurus, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Virgo. I need to speed up just a little bit, my girls. The youngest is asleep. Hey guys, how you doing? What's going on with Virgo at this time? And if I can't get to everybody, which I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to be able to, but I'll try and finish the rest when I get back, or tomorrow. So, let's see, what's going on? Okay. All right, Virgo. Okay, let me get the cards out real quick. What's going on with Virgo? I'm so short. I'm so short. I'm standing on my tippy toes. Okay, we have, hey guys. Hey, Chuko, King, Real, Philly, Jim, Rusty, Darren. Okay, so the first card we do have out is Wounded, just like for Taurus. Tell me more. Then we have Introspection. We have the Key. Tell me more. Metamorphosis for Virgo. Tell me more. What's going on with Virgo? Tell me more, Virgo. What's going on with Virgo at this time? Okay. This is crazy because in Taurus's reading, I said I wouldn't be surprised if the Magician came out. And in this oracle, At the bottom of the deck, we have manifestation. And this is for Virgo, but y'all are the same element. Okay, so we do have the same exact card in the same position. The first card that came out for Taurus is coming out for Virgo, which is wounded, okay? And then we have introspection. So it looks like you have finally come to terms with some sort of inner knowing or inner understanding that something has been very limited in your life, possibly there may be some apprehension. But regardless, with this inner knowing, this introspection, this is something that you're being very mindful about, okay? Mindful about this wound of feeling as if you can't 100% be or do you in a certain area in your life. Now we have the key here in metamorphosis, which metamorphosis, you know what that is. That is a transition, that is complete change. And the key here is your inner calling, okay? I think this is very clear. Heard that? Confirmation. And your inner calling here during this, which is going to bring forth your metamorphosis, your complete change, this transition that you're calling in, it's going to call you to have to be very, to make your mind up, to figure out what it is that you're wanting. Meaning, it's almost like I've cried for help because I know that this is not what's best or what's right for me. I see this so clearly. And I know inner calling, I know that I need to change this metamorphosis, okay? So therefore, it's time to make a decision, intention, okay? Then we have enchanter and uncover. Enchanter is you evaluating how a situation is affecting you in all aspects of you, mentally, spiritually, physically. This is a certain awakening that is, this was meant to happen, for sure. I feel like you're uncovering some nostalgic emotions that are arising. You may find yourself very much in, men or women, but you may find yourself in a very, in your feminine energy. I feel like you're finding things very sentimental right now, and those things that are sentimental to you, you are holding, with a very tight grip. It's almost like you're going through this review of and uncovering everything that has happened in your life or in your current situation, and viewing things from a different perspective. And as I say that, we have the wayfarer, which is all about contemplation, searching for the truth, inner guidance. Your inner guidance is your intention once you set one. And the key here, as I said in the Taurus reading, is really showing up as the Hierophant, okay? I mean, the High Priestess, where you know what needs to be done. You are very, very clear on that, okay? You know what you have to do in order to make this change happen, where you're not feeling wounded about this being limited to something or not having full access or feeling a little like, Therefore, that's why you went through introspection. You had to really evaluate, you had to reflect on what it is that that is going to get you out of that energy. And it looks like you've done that, because, I mean, we wouldn't have that the High Priestess, the key in Metamorphosis here, which is your higher self screaming your name, Virgo, you know what you have to do. So now that you've gone through that, it's like you're going through a deeper level of review, where it's almost like Hermit Part 2 or Hermit Junior. So we have Hermit Junior here, where you're evaluating everything that you want to be in alignment with in your life, which is uncovering new things that you are starting to recognize that need to go through that metamorphosis process as well, for sure. And this all stems about something that you hold very dear to you, okay? And so with the Wayfarer, you're contemplating, should I listen to my intuition? Or should I stay in this energy? Nope, you're not staying. We have the Strength here. Wayfarer also represents not just contemplation, but it also represents searching for the truth. So by you reevaluating yourself, going into a deeper reflection, which I would suggest not to stay there too long, because that's whenever the nostalgia can kick in. But you have all the strength. Strength shows up for you right here. Strength and energy. Wayfarer shows up for you. Wayfarer is, where is it? Where was it? Oh. Yeah. Strength shows up here for you. So you're being asked to have courage and determination, like really, really I feel like this is you having to be true to you in order to reach this peace with this situation, this wound. Let's get the tarot. Let's see. And with manifestation at the bottom of that deck, this is something you're manifesting it. And it's like manifestation doesn't really work by just saying, I think I like that. And yeah, I'm going to manifest that in my life. And then just expect it to come. Because you have to put in a lot of work, mental work, drive, mental discipline in order to fully be in alignment with manifesting. And it says you are in alignment with manifesting what it is that you want. And that's why I feel like you are in this contemplation mode where you are like, I already know my direction, I already know my truth, I know where I'm going. I just need to know, am I for sure about this? Something about let's see, let's get more for Virgo. Okay. Spirit, can you reiterate and or further clarify what you were trying to tell us in the oracle so we can have a better understanding? I just saw the Two of Cups. This is about a connection. For Taurus, it was about a connection as well. But I believe this year was, let's see, I'm the year of the dragon, so that's last year. This year was the year of the snake, which was all about shedding the old, a lot of purging, transforming, metamorphosizing, if that's a word. And 2026 is the year of the horse, which is all about creating new or mending old relationships. It's all about relationships. And I'm sure some other things, but that's the main gist of what I heard. That's what I heard. Okay, so what's going on with Virgo? Please give us some more clarity on this, Spirit. All right. What's going on with Virgo in this energy? I am too. I'm still single too. So we have, okay, let me pull all the cards out. What's going on with Virgo? It is about a relationship. or loving yourself. So this could either be about a relationship or loving yourself, a journey or a lesson or a venture, something you're taking. It's like you're taking the horse by the reins. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Okay, in your oracle. Okay, you were searching for the truth. I feel like you found that truth. You were able to uncover the things that you needed to. And now, because you are in alignment, you are finally walking away from this suffering that you've been going through, this wound, this energy of feeling like you just didn't have a choice in the matter, or it was just like it was painful to have to endure. And I say endure because it just came out. I could have said some other word, a different word. So maybe you, at the end of it, you felt like it was almost like a job, or you were just like, you definitely knew which direction you wanted to go in, because there was a lot of, you being very, I said in your oracle, we had Hermit, the Hermit and Hermit Jr., because we have introspection that came out for you, and the Enchanter, which is self-evaluation. Well, introspection is the same thing. And I feel like you truly have awakened to what direction it is that you wanted to go in, and the strength showed up for you with the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Swords. You have found your courage, and now you are determined to free yourself. And this is beautiful, because with metamorphosis that you had is change and transition, and the Death card came out for you. That's exactly what that is. A change, a new beginning, or a transition. And then we had the Emperor. So it looks like, Virgo, you are most definitely, okay, and you have definitely evaluated this with yourself on what direction you wanted to go in. But I find that you have been very mindful. You have gone down the list of pros and cons, and you have come up with that decision. And I don't see you changing your mind with the oracle cards that came out. But with the Emperor here and the Death card, Virgo, this could be you showing up in this Emperor energy. If you're a woman, you could be in your masculine. If you're a man, you could be in your masculine. Duh. So, okay, so the Emperor is about setting rules and having authority. Now, if this isn't, because there was a lot of internal mental work going on in the oracle. So if this is something like an internal battle, this is my last one. I'm wrapping it up. So if you were battling a certain, you know, trauma, pain that you just couldn't seem to figure out how to let go of, you have definitely been shown that way. And there's this new beginning for you with the Death card. And with the Emperor, it's almost like not a male or a female I'm picking up on. I'm picking up on the energy of you, like I said, taking the horse by the reins. It's like you are setting boundaries, which is right here. It says set rules and authority. So it's almost like this could be you setting certain boundaries in your life and to ensure that you cannot be hurt like you were hurt before, okay? Because I'm picking up on an energy that's very, very uncomfortable, that you don't want to find yourself in a situation like that again, okay? So it's like, you know, and this is going to resonate for some and for others, because we do have the Two of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. So in all, this is talking about a connection. This is talking about a relationship with either a lover or, you know, a platonic friend, okay? Or it could most definitely be you and your child self or your higher self, or just you, okay? And you could be setting boundaries for yourself and really taking the authority of your life and setting the the rules of your life.
Last card.
Riley.
Bye, guys.
No, I've got 4 more cards. Don't listen.
Actually,
Yes,
it's been
all I have to do.
20 minutes.
Hold on. Sorry, guys, I'm back. Mother-daughter. So, okay, so your last 4 cards we have here, we have the Fool. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Nicholas. Hey, Louise. We have the Fool here, so you're definitely taking the horse by the reins. You are just ready to embark on this new beginning. And I see that either, okay, so this could be with another person. So it could be that you are possibly having a new beginning with an Emperor, which is possibly an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This, you know, somebody who doesn't really play games and who really takes life seriously. And you know, the Emperor is somebody that I would definitely say would be a good father figure. You know, they're all about discipline, regulation, consistency, leading by example for others, and being able to make quick decisions. We have the Fool and the Six of Cups. So I feel like with this combination, you may be like revamping an ongoing connection, because like I said, this at the bottom of the deck, you may be revamping this. Hold on, I want to clarify this. Let's clarify this. Clarify the Fool and the Six of Cups for Virgo. Clarify that. Yeah, you manifested a new beginning with someone or something of the past. These were the clarifiers. So we have the Fool and the Six of Cups, and I clarified it, and I got the Magician and the Knight of Wands, which Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, because of the Emperor. Then we have the Knight of Wands right here. However, the next two cards is the Justice and the Moon. So it looks like you're trying to find a balance between your subconscious and your conscience, because it may be giving a lot of producing a lot of unnecessary fear. But either way, same message for almost Virgo and Taurus, but no, it's Virgo. No, it's for Taurus, I'm sorry. The World card shows up at the bottom. You are completing something. You're coming to an end, or you are revamping something. You are achieving something. Let's clarify this Justice and the Moon for Virgo. We have the Eight of Swords. The first card in your oracle was wounded, and it was due to some limitation, feeling apprehended. This is feeling apprehended, okay? So I feel like you're going through this place where you're calling your power back. Yeah, this has to do with family and being at a crossroads, or your legacy. So you may be married. You may be married, and it looks like there has been a lot of illusions around it. Oh, wow, look at the moon. I've never noticed this in the moon. I thought it was two wolves. It's a dog and a wolf. I never knew that. Wow. Okay. Oh, Nicholas, you're awesome. All right, I'm gonna clarify that last one, and then I'm gonna have to go. My big girl's right here. She's ready to go home or go back to the other house until we can get fully. Clarify this for me. Yeah, there's some sort of sudden change. Something is like I said, a metamorphosis. It came out in your oracle. Here it is, actually. There's a huge change. that's happening. Bondage again. The wound, feeling apprehensive about something, feeling limited to something. That's what these cards represent. This card represents feeling bonded, bound, and this is bondage and imprisonment. Mental. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. Very, very sweet of you. And this could possibly have something to do with the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and, what are you eating that's green? Oh, Peeps. She's like, she loves reading the comments. See, there's a lot. This guy says, when we get married, we're going to have a Harry Potter wedding. That's cute. Then somebody says, you sound like you're from Texas.
He's not.
Riley, you don't have to get feisty over YouTube. This person says, I enjoy your sense of humor. Want to see if we have good chemistry over cocktails this week? This person said, this one says, are you a biological female? Shut up, Riley.
No, she's a guy.
Thank you for this, sweetheart. Someone said, iceberg, cutie. Good morning from the UK. It doesn't matter now because Mercury is in retrograde. Things will change when Mercury reaches apex. I am Aries. I think we have the worst luck ever.
You'll probably do.
Riley,
I mean, if she thinks that. Or he. Or they.
can I do acid with you? Looks like would be a nice trip. Hold on. It says, you are my sweetheart. Oh, wait. No, baby. That's going to mess it up. Still there? Okay. For some reason, I get kicked off all the time. Like, all the time. You got to scroll this way.
But those are the most recent comments.
Yeah. They were very pretty. And that was from a lady, Cindy. And that's sweet.
Oh.
I really think that's empowering. I think y'all are all empowering. So, well. Negative
Okay,
Nancy.
Let's go. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching her live. Go to bed.
Go to bed? All right, guys.
You are both so fun. I know.
I know. That's Mark.
I don't know about her.
That's a good friend of Mom. So.
We have friends. Okay, let's go.
If you're bringing around anybody that I know, you're just gonna just light me up. It's like putting, what is it? Like farting in front of a flame or something? Like, you know, torch lighter thing. That's not a torch lighter. Dude, I just totally tripped it.
Okay.
Lame.
Bye.
All right. Ew, what was that face, Riley? Bye. She's a goofball. We're being silly. It's my daughter. It's my oldest baby. I'm so proud of her.
Adopted.
She's not. She loves her mother. I'm the best. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your holidays. And like I said, I thought I was gonna get more done, but most importantly, happy holidays. Most importantly, it's more about getting the full message across. And Virgo, I would have had a better ending for you if it weren't for Boogerhead over here. So we will start off tomorrow with Capricorn and move on. Thank you. That's my daughter and mine.
Okay, bye.
All right. Bye, guys.
I want to click.
Okay, click it.